find R. So we want to find R. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite I equals P R T. Notice that there's no addition or subtraction, so we're not going to add or subtract. And when variables are next to each other like this, it just means multiplication. So if I want to get P by itself, I like to highlight when I'm getting, R by itself. I like to highlight what I'm getting by itself, okay? That means everything else needs to go over to the other side. So the opposite of multiplying is dividing both sides by P, T, P, T, so that the P's become 1, the T's become 1, and I'm left with I over P, T equals R. Okay. Okay, so the important thing here is we're going to take each English, it's written in English, we're going to make it into algebra, okay? So we're going to translate each of the following statements into an algebraic expression. Just remember, expressions don't have an equal sign. So you can't solve them. Okay, so write a calculation and a result that represents a number that is 5 greater than 3. 5 greater than 3. So if I look at greater than, what operation, adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing, I'm adding. So 5 plus 3 equals 8. The only reason I'm solving it here is because it says a result, okay? Write a calculation and a result that represents the sum. The word sum means I'm adding. Negative 3 plus 8. Negative 3 plus 8 gives me positive 5. Okay. If x represents a number, write an expression that represents a number 10 greater than x. So just remember, greater than means adding, okay? So a number 10 greater than x is just x. I like to put the variable first, plus 10. And because I don't know what it equals, I can't solve that, okay? Write an expression for a number that is 5 times greater than 2. 5, now we show multiplication, we could use parentheses or you can use a dot. 5 times greater than 2 is 10. Okay. If x represents a number, then write an expression for a number that is 3 more than, I like to go in order. Well, this is the number 3. More than means to add. Twice the value of x. Twice the value of x, 2x. I like to put the variable first, so 2x plus 3. If x represents a number, write an expression for 3 times, so this is 3 times the whole sum of x and 10. Sum means to add. Okay, so just so far, some of the words that we've used for adding are sum, greater than, greater than, sum, greater than. That's really all we've learned so far, okay? Now, this is very important when you get to this one. Write a calculation and a result that represents a number that is 2 less than 9. So remember, if you were to plug this in the calculator, if I want 2 less than 9, I would put in the 9 minus the 2 to get 7. You have to remember with the words, put a little star, less than, and you're also going to see this, subtracted from. Oh, this is not fitting. Hold on, let me rewrite that. Subtracted from is very important. Whenever you see this, you have to reverse the order. Reverse order. You have to flip the order. Okay, so instead of 2 minus 9, we do 9 minus 2. Write a calculation and result that represents difference, means subtraction, 20 and 12, which gives me 8. If n represents a number, write an expression that represents a number that is 5 less than n. So remember, whatever follows less than has to go first because we're going to reverse the order. So we're not going to write 5 minus n. We're going to write n minus 5. Less than, you have to reverse the order. If n represents a number, then write an expression for a number that is twice n. Twice means 2 times n. When we put a number and a variable next to each other, it just means multiplication. If n represents a number, write an expression for 2, there's those words again, less than 1/3 n. So we know 2, here's our number. We know less than means subtraction. 1/3 of means to multiply. But because we have that less than, we need to reverse the order. So instead of 2 minus 1/3 n, we have 1/3 n minus 2. Okay. If t represents a number, then write an expression for 7 less than 4 times the difference. So 4 times the whole difference, right? And we're using t, and 5. 4 times the difference. But the problem here is, again, we use the words less than, so we have to flip the order. So it goes 4, we want to start with this. 4 times the difference of t and 5, and then subtract 7. Okay, so be careful. You're reversing the order whenever you see less than or subtracted from. Okay. I feel like you're always going to see my family. I'm sorry.